to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Secretary Senator Walker.
I move to approve last week's minutes.
Second.
No.
All right. Senator Walker has moved to approve the minutes of last week's minutes, seconded by Senator Hammond. Unanimous has been called. Motion carries. Senator Walker.
I move to approve this week's agenda.
Second.
Unanimous.
Senator Walker has moved to approve this week's agenda, seconded by Senator Hammond. Unanimous has been called. Motion carries. At this time, we will now open up our gallery for question and answer. Val?
No, that's
I'll do
fine.
it.
Dude.
And Zach, if you could spell your first and last name, please.
Okay. Zachary. And then my last name is Wensbauer. Wenzbauer. All right, so let's see. I assume you all got my email. I'm the elections commissioner for ASISU, and I have made an election timeline which needs to be approved by the Senate. So can all of you open that up? And do you want me to read it, Madam Vice President? Or okay. So the timeline goes January 23rd of 2017. Filing for all offices will become available. February 6th and 7th of 2017, both those days at 7 o'clock in the Student Union Quad Lounge, candidate information meetings will be held. February 17th of 2017, and I believe there's a typo on there that should be 2017. At 5 o'clock p.m. is the deadline to submit ASISU officer applications with attached academic transcripts, deposit sheet, campaign expenditure sheets, and petition with necessary signatures to the ASISU offices in room 215, Pond Student Union Building. And the office is open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. And the online voter's guide candidate statement must be emailed to election@isu.edu by this day at 5 p.m. as well. Then on February 22nd of 2017, there is a mandatory candidate meeting, 7 o'clock in the Bear River Room. Candidates must attend this meeting. Candidates will proof the ballot and the election rules will be reviewed. Active campaigning may begin immediately following the meeting. Senators and other ASISU officers are welcome to attend to meet candidates. March 8th and 9th of 2017, March 8th at 3 o'clock in the main sub lobby, and Thursday, March 9th, 7 o'clock in Rendezvous Room A. Mandatory senator speeches will take place where the senators will give us their platform and stuff ready for each office. March 13th of 2017, the mandatory executive ticket debate will take place at 7 p.m. in North Middle Fork Room. The day later, March 14th, 2017 at 8 a.m., online voting opens. And then March 16th, 2017, online voting closes at 5 p.m. The results will be announced 3 hours later at 8 o'clock, approximately, in Pond Student Union main lobby. And finally, March 17th, the day later, all campaign materials must be removed by 10 o'clock p.m. Are there any questions?
Senator
Let's see. The mandatory candidate meeting, which is on February 22nd, unless I'm wrong, is that a Wednesday?
Allow me to check that real quick.
I believe it is.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
So will any senators running for re-election be required to attend this? Because we'll be having Senate meeting during that time.
You will, okay. I feel like since you've gone through it before, you will not be required to attend this, so I can make an exemption for the sitting senators. This will be mainly to give new people running, let them know how the process works and stuff.
All right.
Are there any other questions? Vice President Beck?
I just want to bring to your attention, there's nothing on here for the Idaho Falls Vice President speech, and there wasn't one last year. But for the person running for the Idaho Falls Vice President speech, they will probably just email you and ask for a time that works for you to give the speech at Idaho Falls. Just, you don't have to put it in here, but just so you're thinking about it.
Okay, that is very noted, and I will get on top of that. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Seeing as there are none, thank you. What? Oh, I will entertain a motion to approve the timeline. Senator Walker?
I move to approve the elections timeline as presented.
Second.
Unanimous. Senator Walker has moved to approve.
Sure can.
Point of inquiry, I'm just wondering if we can unanimous this, or is it somewhat like a bill or a referendum or something like that?
No,
We have to.
It's unanimous.
Okay.
Okay, so Senator Walker has moved to approve the election timeline as presented, seconded by Senator Cox. Unanimous has been called. And with that, the timeline has been approved. Thank you.
Exactly.
All right. Val?
Good evening, Senate. Tonight, I have Jared here with the Geothermal Resource Council Student Chapter. And one of the purposes is to provide opportunities for students to learn about the experiences with geothermal resources. And they go on field trips and everything. And I'm going to turn the time over to Jared. And they currently have right now 20 members in their club. So I'll turn the time over.
And if you could please spell your first and last name.
Yes, it's Jared, J-E-R-A-D. And last name is Anderson, A-N-D-E-R-S-O-N. Okay, so the Geothermal Resources Council is an international organization for the promotion of geothermal resources and exploration. We are here in Idaho, a state that is very blessed to have many geothermal resources around, and ISU for its relationship with the Idaho National Lab, one of the members of the Geothermal Resources Council. We are organizing outreach events with local schools, just promoting science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and also, as Val says, providing opportunities for students to take field trips and also networking opportunities. I'll open up for any questions.
Senator Dominguez?
Not really a question. I just wanted to say I love it. It sounds exciting. We're in, like you say, we're in a great area for it, especially with INL and the resources we have around here. So, thank you.
Are there any other questions? Senator Walker?
I just want to make sure. So you're trying to start a new club at ISU? You don't already have one? Okay. Sorry, you said 28 members. So I'm a little confused. Thank you.
Yes.
20. Sorry.
All right. I will entertain a motion to approve. Senator Day?
I move to approve the geothermal
Resources Council,
Club
Second.
Student Chapter.
Student Chapter.
All right. So Senator Day has moved to approve the Geothermal Resources Council Student Chapter, seconded by Senator Hurtado. Unanimous has been called. Motion carries. Congratulations.
Tonight, I have Mackenzie here with Alpha Psi Delta, and I just really am excited. The Greeks, I really have to applaud them. They read their constitutions like once every semester, and so they really do know their constitution. And so Mackenzie is here. She has updated some of their constitution tonight, and so I will just turn the time over to her to let her know some of the changes they made in their constitution.
Do you want me to read my name and stuff? Okay. Mackenzie, M-A-C-K-E-N-Z-I-E, last name E-H-L-E. So I'm the president of Alpha Psi Delta, so I'll just read some of the changes to our constitution. Let's see. Article 4, non-discrimination. Section 1, this organization shall be non-discriminative on the basis of age, race, color, national origin, ancestry, sexual orientation, veteran status, political affiliation, marital status, physical handicap, language, or creed. The last sentence was added. For Article 5, Section 2, active member requirements. All members of Alpha Xi Delta must maintain a 2.5 cumulative GPA grade point average and be a full fee-paying and regularly registered student of Idaho State University. Let's see. In Article 7, Section 3, executive meetings. Our meetings begin at promptly 5:30 p.m. Article 8, Section 2, nominating committee. A nominating committee is to be elected by secret ballot by the chapter or appointed by the executive committee 4 weeks prior to elections. It is to be composed of at least one senior, one junior, one sophomore, and one freshman and the chapter advisor. The chapter president and chapter advisor serve with no vote. Article 13, finances. Section 1, dues and fees, Clause 2. All member dues are $40 per month in fall and spring term, with the exception of new members. New sisters pay $10 for their first semester monthly dues and pay an additional 2 summer months of $30 during their first summer. Clause 5, national semi-annual dues are $67 per semester. Clause 7, the technology fee is $9 every semester. And Section 3 was added, the authorization of funds. The financial vice president will be responsible for the collection/disbursement of funds and opening a student organization account in the ASISU office. Major expenditures, $100 or more, will be authorized by majority vote of the executive committee. Minor expenditures, less than $100, will be authorized by the president, the chapter life vice president, in the absence of the president, and the faculty advisor. All expenditures shall require the signatures of one of the officers and the advisor. And I believe that's all the changes.
All right. Are there any questions for Alpha Xi Delta? Seeing as there is none, I will entertain a motion. Senator Kevin.
I move to, excuse me, I move to approve Alpha Xi Delta's revised constitution.
Second. All right. Senator Cameron has moved to approve Alpha Xi Delta's revised constitution, seconded by Senator Hurtado. Unanimous has been called. Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
All right. If anyone else would like to approach us at this time. No. Okay. Announcements and correspondence. No. All right. President's report.
Hello, I just have a couple updates for you guys. So I took Senator Gale's resolution on Indigenous Peoples Day to President Bayless, and we're looking into that. He asked me to bring it to his cabinet on Monday, so I'll hopefully have some more information on whether or not implementation of that is possible by our next meeting. And then I also brought up the idea of having a system to report faculty disruption to him, and he asked me to meet with the provost, so I will be setting up a meeting with her and then let you guys know what happens with that. I think that's it. Any questions? Okay.
Thank you. All right. So on to committee reports. Senator Kasu.
Nothing to report.
Perfect. All right. Finance committee. Senator Henderson.
Yeah, I have a couple of things that we wanted to go over. So first off, we wanted to talk about what contingency funds are for, because in this month's survey that the chief of staff sent out, they talked about voting when you don't understand what we're approving from finance committee. So just real quickly, an overview, you can find everything for finance committee in the bylaws. So go back and review those. But essentially the gist of the contingency funding is we have $200-something thousand this year that carries over every year as long as we don't spend it. And that money is for emergencies or bettering student involvement in club situations. And so with the contingency funds, we can't dip below $30,000. And then we also issue a few small scholarships out of that fund when we're over a certain threshold. And so ideally we want a lot of money in there that can carry over each year, but we do approve money from the contingency funds to be used in certain circumstances. So we've had a bunch of requests lately, which is what we've been approving the past 2 meetings. So just please read those so that you're not voting and not understanding from a financial standpoint what we're doing, because this is the school's money that they're giving us that we're choosing how to delegate. And so be responsible and know how that's working. Jim.
I'm just gonna say, we talked about this in finances. We, as finance committee, need to be better at explaining to you guys what we're doing. But we also want you guys to say that you're confused if you're confused. Because when Johnny explains it, all of us are in finance, we're like, yeah, we already talked about that, there's 100%, because we discussed it. So if you have questions, don't feel bad interrupting the vote and object the vote and say you want to talk about it. Because it's totally okay to be like, I want to know why you guys approved it and brought it to us. Because we're not the end all be all, we're the first step before we discuss that in the whole thing. So totally feel okay just interrupting the vote and saying, I want to talk about it.
2 things I'll share real quick. Just within the bylaws, it says ASISU shall maintain a contingency fund. The purpose of the contingency fund is to help cover unforeseen expenses accrued by ASISU, as well as for purposes that benefit the student body of Idaho State University. And every club can apply once every 2 years, and it's for a maximum of $5,000. So a club can receive $5,000 in contingency funding, and then they can't apply the next year, and then they can apply the year following that. But the idea is it's an emergency fund for unforeseen expenses. So we don't want to make a habit of, hey, you should apply for contingency funding, because they'll just throw you $5,000. So anyway, that's some of the things that we review on finance committee, and that's going to be the most money that we have is that chunk of $5,000 as requests come in. Okay, so we went over some match deposits.
Senator Kassoon, you have a
sorry.
question?
I just chiming in on what Johnny is saying. Contingency money isn't replenished. So that's money that we've accrued over 10, 12 years. So once that money is spent, it's gone. So whatever we do spend that money on, we need to be fully confident that it's really going to benefit students and a lot of students. At least a decent majority, a decent portion of the student body. Just wanted to emphasize how valuable that money is.
Yes.
Senator Henderson?
Okay, so just to move through a couple things that we talked about. First off is match deposit requests, which for those of you who don't understand, a club can receive a maximum of $500 through this avenue of funding. And the way it works is we match them $1 to every $3 that they raise, whether that's by donation or fundraiser, whatever. If they say, we're putting this much into our account by way of donation or however they came across that money, then we'll match them at 30% of whatever they raised. So we have 3 clubs that approached us and asked for a match deposit. And it is the Crossroad Christian Fellowship, Student Academy of Audiology, and Idaho Council for Exceptional Children. And that total comes out to $844.17. So I move to approve the match deposit request of $844.17.
Second.
Senator Meeker, are you?
No.
Okay. So Senator Henderson has moved to approve match deposits in the amount of $844.17, seconded by Senator Cox. Unanimous has been called. It is roll call, so.
Senator Becker,
Yes.
Senator Cox.
Yes.
Senator D'Amico,
Yes.
Senator Day, Senator Foltz,
Yes.
Senator Gale,
Yes.
Senator Henderson,
Yes.
Senator Hurtado,
Yes.
Senator Kamen,
Abstain.
Senator Kassoon,
Yes.
Senator Mojica,
Yes.
Senator Ortiz,
Yes.
Senator Herman,
Yes.
Senator Salas,
Yes.
Senator Sargent,
Yes.
Senator Walker.
Yes.
Perfect. And with that, the match deposits are approved. Cool. Anything else?
One last one. So new club funding request coming from the Graduate Association of Business Students. And again, just to clue you all in, our forms still say you can request $500 as a Senate, we decided $200 would be an appropriate amount for a new club. And so I moved to approve $200 in new club funding for the Graduate Association of Business Students.
Second.
Yeah. All right, so Senator Henderson has moved to approve the Graduate
Graduate Association
Graduate-
of Business Students.
Graduate Association of Business Students in the amount of $200, seconded by Senator Kasoon. Roll call.
Senator Becker,
Yes.
Senator Cox,
Yes.
Senator D'Amico,
Yes.
Senator Day, Senator Foltz, Senator Gale,
Yes.
Senator Henderson,
Yes.
Senator Hurtado,
Yes.
Senator Kamen,
Yes.
Senator Kasoon,
Yes.
Senator Mojica,
Yes.
Senator Ortiz,
Yes.
Senator Perman,
Yes.
Senator Salas,
Yes.
Senator Sargent,
Yes.
Senator Walker.
Yes.
All right, and with that, new club funding is approved. So we will now move on to Rules Committee.
So the only bill we had this week was Bill 518 by Matt Day, College Science Engineering. Only issues we found with it was he strikes the Idaho Falls and replaces it with outreach. In line 4 of the bill, it says Idaho Falls again. So I'm just going to do it as a suggestion that it should be amended because I don't know if anyone has a different idea on how we should amend this. But Rules Committee was thinking that instead of the majority of the constituency and programming will be drawn from and centered on the Idaho Falls campus, it will read the majority of their constituency and programming will be drawn from and centered on a specific outreach campus or something along those lines, but that does need to be amended. However, the Senate best sees fit. That's an example of what we could do. There's also a random 17 in the third to last line. So we're just going to strike that unless it was incredibly important. Other than that, so that's all we have.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Appointments and Review Committee.
Nothing to report.
Thank you. University Outreach.
So we had the Idaho Falls Carnival. Thank you everyone that came out. I truly believe we were one of the biggest supporters there in terms of volunteering. So I really do appreciate that. It was a fun event. I think everyone that went had a good time. Stephanie got a great exercise in. So did Christoph. Even though he hates physical exercise, he toughed it out. He chased those balls around as the kids tried to knock down milk jugs. So thank you everyone that came. The sweatshirts are finalizing this week. We're just waiting on the okay in the Supreme Court justices to say they're willing to pay the $15. If not, they're not getting one. I got a sample sweatshirt. I left it in my car. I'll try to leave it in the Senate office so you guys can all see what they look like. But I've shown them to quite a few people, and I think we all agree they're really nice looking. So it should be good. Other than that, we're just looking for, November we might kind of not do as well, but December I'm going to get in contact with Idaho Falls again to do you guys do a donation drive, right? Or what do you guys do? Allie, you were telling me about it. What do you guys do in December?
Senator Salas.
We're doing a thing for Benny's Pantry, but it's going to be like Thanksgiving baskets. So each club.
Was that in November? I thought you said you weren't doing anything in November.
Oh, November. That's what we're doing in November. And in December, we're doing the Christmas tree project.
Yes. And that's probably what we'll go involved with is the Christmas tree project.
Presents.
Yeah, because that'll be something real fun. So everyone just prepare and plan for that in December as well. That'll be another opportunity.
Vice President Beck.
I just have a couple of comments. I know at the carnival, I was a little out of it, but I was gonna suggest that they thank you over the microphone. I didn't hear a thank you to ASISU.
They did.
They did. Okay, it was super busy. I just want to say that we really appreciate it. The 3 SAB girls are brand new. It's the first carnival they've ever even attended, let alone ran. And thank you for everyone that came. We really appreciate it. Even if you left early, if you were there late, whatever, thank you. And then to the Christmas tree project, I will get you an email. That's not an SAP thing. That is a Brad thing.
Perfect.
And I will give you his email.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks, Allie and Katie, for that.
Cool. All right, diversity and inclusion.
Okay, so as you guys know, the Diwali celebration is tomorrow. We will be setting up for that earlier, I believe around 5 or 6 o'clock. So if you guys would like to come and help out, And then definitely try and show up at 7:30, definitely maybe some delicious food. Also, we are finishing up Veterans Day, that will be 100% finalized by next meeting. And then I also just wanted to bring up, this is after the committee, but I resent out the student of the month, apparently no one got it. So if you want to read that over really quick, you can, and then during other business, you can go on. And if you want to add a name really quickly, since you weren't able to, so apparently I called my secretary, so I apologize for that. I think that's everything for diversity.
All right, are there any questions?
And shout out to Coke for doing some amazing work.
Thanks. All right, service committee?
So, you guys got my email on Monday. We had to switch up the dates a little bit. The whole point of this coat drive is to get coats and warm clothes to students in need. So we're gonna get it as soon as, like, before the snow even falls, because usually it falls in November. It's November. So it ends the 16th, the 17th and the 18th. I talked to Lowell and Annie, and so they're planning on booking a room so it'll be staffed by someone from the office, is what, from my understanding, to be able to hand out the coats to students, and then haven't really talked about how we're gonna get the word out to students yet. But then I would like for us to kind of pop in and help. I'm not gonna make it mandatory because it's an all-day thing. Or I'm assuming 8 to 5, so regular business hours. And I know we have crazy schedules, so please pop in whenever I get that in detail. Oh, there was some confusion about the pictures. So the pictures that you're taking with the items that are being donated are with constituents or people from faculty and staff from departments. If it's a family member or if you're donating something, they just count as regular points from your college. No bonus points. And you don't have to take a picture with yourself. I mean, you could if you want to. Cut out a picture of yourself or something. If you want. I don't care. Either way. So that's that. Does anybody have any questions about any of this? Any clarification? I feel like I'm just rambling on and you guys are just, you guys stare at me like my 5th graders do.
So if we bring them in, can we just can I pretty much bring it on Wednesdays and leave it in the Senate room?
Yes. Also, if you haven't been in the Senate room, there's bins. There's 4 bins in there and they're labeled. Put them in the correct, I mean, I don't do your thing. Put them wherever you want. Put them in the College of Ed. No, but they're labeled, so they're all in there. And then if it happens to get full, I have more bins also. Also, we're doing drop-offs for people that can't get to the Senate or have conflicting schedules. You can send them to the campus info or to the campus connection desk downstairs. There's a bin down there, and then tell them to tell whoever's at the desk what college they're from, and they have a spreadsheet, and they're gonna help keep track of that. And there's no picture required for that because they can take a picture with the campus connection people. So, let me know if you guys have questions. I have something else. I think that's it.
Are there any questions? Please try to donate at least one thing. We went through the bins earlier today and there was nothing in there. So please try. Everyone has extra SAB hats that they fill in there. So okay. Old business, Bill 518, Senator Dave.
And clarification, I read the whole bill this time.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure. Bill 518 by Matt Day, College of Science and Engineering, sponsored by Matt Day, College of Science and Engineering. This bill changes the wording of the bylaws we want to pursue for politics. This ASI bylaws for creating student organization, section 1, conditions and administration, plus the membership. Section D, organizations have a minimum of 10 currently enrolled students.
Senator Day, can you speak up?
Yes. Section D, an organization must have a minimum of 10 currently enrolled students as active members. At the time of charter is sought, an organization from an outreach campus must have a minimum of 8 currently enrolled students as active members of the time chartering is sought. The majority of the constituency of programming will be drawn from and centered on the Idaho Falls campus. In order to retain its registered status, the minimum number of members must be maintained. Should member status fall below the required number of members, the organization will be placed on probation for a period of 1 academic year. At the end of that probationary period, the organization's status will be reviewed by the Office of Student Organizations and Greek Life, and a recommendation will be made at that time. An updated roster showing at least the required number of members may be submitted to the Office of Student Organizations and Greek Life at any time during the organization's probationary period. 17. At that time, the club or organization may be released from its probationary status. Recommendation for examination to this policy will be made by the Office of Student Organizations and Greek Life.
Senator Day?
I would like to make a friendly amendment to this. Just a regular amendment? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just reference Sam's amendment? Or do I need to say it out?
Just say it.
Okay. I move to approve this with the amendment to scratch 17. And also remove Idaho Falls campus and include Outreach campus on line 5.
Second. All right. So Senator Day has moved to pass Bill 518 with the amendment to scratch 17 and change that. Senator Domingo?
Just a concern that I thought of is we should probably specify 1 outreach campus, because just saying centered on an outreach campus, you could have a club with 1 member on each outreach campus in theory. So we should probably try and find a way to say that they should all be on the same outreach campus to start a club.
Okay, so since we're in a motion, we are gonna go to.
So objection, discussion.
Yes, so we're gonna close that. Now you can say your objection discussion and finish your point. Sorry, that was on me. I should have interrupted you. Second was Senator Salas.
Yeah, so same thing. We should basically try and phrase it so that it has to be a specific one. So like I suggested, instead of saying and centered on the Idaho Falls campus and centered on 1 outreach campus.
Vice President Beck.
Are clubs allowed to be on multiple campuses?
They, sorry.
Yeah, I would just say, because the problem, there is a problem if they're trying to start a club on Idaho Falls. I don't know, but they're allowed to have members from every campus.
Senator D'Amico?
Yes, it says the majority of their constituency and programming will be drawn from and centered on one outreach campus under this amendment.
Okay.
So only a majority needs to be.
Senator Gill?
Could we specify like the campus of initial reporting or filing of the papers as like the center? So if the papers are filed in Meridian for a club, then that would be the outreach campus that it would be assigned to, basically. That's something that we could do.
All right. Senator D'Amico, you no longer have any speeches, seeing as you've already spoken twice. Is there any other thoughts on this bill? Senator Foltz?
Is it really needed to clarify the campuses? Because I agree, there's clubs that are on more than 1 campus, and that's great, but is there really a need for that second amendment?
That is up to you. Senator Day?
I do see where he's coming from with that, just because you could be like, we have like 8 members, like 2 in Idaho Falls, 2 in Pocatello, 2 in Meridian, and 2 in Twin Falls, but I don't know how like much they would really be able to like come together. If that's because the wording of that bill makes it sound like they could have anybody from any campus.
Senator not Vice President Beck?
Could we just have it say the majority of its members must be from one desired campus, or and then it still doesn't work? Or something like that. Specific campus.
All right, Senator Gale, this is your last turn to speak.
I feel like this is such a specific request, and while I understand like the desire to do this, the fact that this would happen is so increasingly rare, especially considering our current student population, that we might as well just kind of like tag a note on it and make it a problem for future Senate. This isn't just an idea. So
There's also the option to like table the bill and rewrite it.
Can I do that?
All right, Senator Day.
I move to close discussion
Oh,
and
just kidding. We're already in motion.
previous, and then previous again. Okay,
Just resend your motion,
I rescind my motion.
Senator Day.
I motion to table this bill till next meeting.
All right. Senator Day has moved to table Bill 518 till next meeting, seconded by Senator Walker. Roll. Unanimous has been called. Motion carries. Next meeting. All right. We have no new business, so you guys will notice that there's an orange piece of paper. So at this time, we will be doing our vote of confidence for pro tem.
Like yes or no, if you like this one.
Just the point of clarification, is one person like voting him, or is it like a majority?
It's a majority.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering. I love it.
Senator.
I don't want to seem like a
Do you have
jerk.
an extra piece of paper?
Yes or no?
I'll just write yes for you. I got you.
Actually, could everybody take another one?
Guys, we're still in meeting.
Because I think
What happened to the rest of this paper?
It's Kevin.
Look, I'm holding.
Has everyone passed over?
Not quiet.
That's cute. All right. By an overwhelming yes, congratulations, Christoph. You shall remain our pro tem. All right. At this time, we will now have Senator Day lead the Student of the Month vote.
so. As all of you can tell, you can probably read from your sheets the candidates that are eligible, that have been nominated. And if everybody wasn't able to see that, I can go on and just read their names really quick so you know who you're voting for.
We all saw.
Everybody saw it? Is everybody good?
No, you were good.
Okay, let me read it really quick. Mackenzie Mangun, Allie Lords, Haley Ward, Austin Kemper, Sydney Isham, Christine DeGali, and Stephanie Vera.
All right. What? There's only one extra piece of paper.
You're supposed to have something to vote on.
And the president and vice president are also allowed to vote on this issue. but do not have to.
Do we need any more?
Would you like a piece of paper?
Oh, that's a good one.
Senator Day, would you like to count these?
Sure.
So point of clarification, this is for all colleges and not one college gets one?
Sure.
Okay, the majority of votes went to Haley Ward, who is the ASISU October Senator or Student of the Month. Congratulations. And I'll accept her email.
All right, cool. So with that being done, let's stand up. All right.
ISU fight, go, go, go Bengals, go.
You just need to get on YouTube and learn that.
Like tonight.
All right. So, Senator Cameron?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All right, Senator Cameron has moved to adjourn, seconded by everyone. Senator D'Amico. Senator. I'm struggling.
We're all starting to
Senator Becker. Here. Senator Cox.
Present.
Senator D'Amico.
Present.
Senator Day.
Present.
Senator Foltz. Present. Senator Gale.
Here.
Senator Henderson.
Yeah.
Senator Hurtado. Here. Senator Cameron. Here. Senator Kassoon.
And
Senator Mojica.
He's here.
Senator Ortiz.
Here.
Senator Perman.
Here.
Senator Ramal. Senator Salas. Senator Sargent. Senator Shrestha. Senator Walker.
Here.
Perfect. And with that, Senator is adjourned at 7:45. First off, is there still a lot of flowers and
I think we're good.
is chair committee meeting.
I sure hope not.
Are we meeting or no? Okay, you're good. They have enough.
Good.
Yeah, you gotta hurry up.